everyone, my name is Anna Jeffery from Jay Bird Yoga, and today we are doing a yin yoga for the upper body. So often I find we focus on the lower body in our long holds, but let's give the upper body a little bit of extra love today. And so not necessary at all, but if you do have a block or a cushion or a large book that you want to have nearby, it can help in some of the poses that we'll be doing, but definitely not necessary. And so starting off, we are going to come straight into our cat-cow. So on the hands and knees, hands nice and solid underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, tops of the feet on the ground, and starting with an inhale, bringing that chin, tailbone up, and exhaling, chin, tailbone down, back arched, breathing in, belly down, chin up, and exhaling, chin down, tailbone down. Now continuing with your breath here, really exaggerating the movements, noticing if you can extend the inhale or the exhale ever so slightly here. And then giving yourself permission to move in whichever way feels good to you today. Maybe getting into the side body, doing some figure eights with the tailbone and the crown of the head, really getting into all those nice little juicy bits. There we go. And finding stillness in the middle. We're going to come down into our Sphinx pose. So bringing those elbows 90-degree underneath the shoulders, palms on the ground, a nice stable position here, tops of the feet on the ground. And let's just do some nice half circles here with the neck. And then finding stillness in the middle. We're going to bring our right hand and we're just going to bring it straight underneath the body, underneath that elbow. So if you have to sneak that up a little bit, palm facing upwards. And this is where you can bring your block or your cushion and bring that left arm straight forward, palm down, and allow the forehead to come onto a block or cushion, rolled up blanket, whatever you have available. If you would like a little extra in the shoulders, bring that left arm, palm upwards, and bring it crossed on top of the right arm. And again, you can bring your forehead down to a block or simply rest here. So this is a nice opening in the back of the shoulder blades, nice upper back stretch and release in this pose. Sending the breath to the shoulder blades. If you are feeling any numbness or tingling in the tips of the fingers, that is the body telling us to back out. But if it feels good, just allowing gravity to help us here. Finding some depth and releasing to the ground every exhale. next inhale, slowly unraveling our pretzel arms. And let's come back to that Sphinx pose. Shoulders above our elbows. And maybe having a few neck circles, semicircles here. Now we're going to go into our broken wing pose, which is a bit of an aggressive name for a pose, but here we are. And so we're going to move that block out of the way, bring our arms like a T formation, our palms down, and let's allow that right palm to stay on the ground, bringing that left palm underneath the chest, and slowly rolling over to the side. So here, option is to have your head up on a block, or simply allow it to go to the ground. And if this feels good, just resting here. If you have the space, option is to bring that top foot, that left foot, knee shooting up to the sky, and the foot nice and solid on the ground behind the right leg. And option here is also to let that left arm come back and bind to the lower back. Again, if there's ever any pins and needles in the right fingertips, this is our body's way of telling us to come out. So either backing off or coming back into our Sphinx pose. Breathing here, feeling that nice stretch in the front of the right shoulder. Our next inhale, slowly coming back. And this time, let's push back into our child's pose. So let's have the knees together, hands next to our feet, allowing those shoulders to round forward. We'll just take a few breaths here. Feeling your bum nice and heavy on your feet. Benefit of a nice lower back stretch here. Slowing down the nervous system, calming down the mind in our forward fold. On your next inhale, slowly rolling all the way up. And we're going to go back down to our Sphinx pose. Elbows underneath our shoulders, tops of the feet down on the mat. And this time, let's bring that left arm all the way through with the palm upwards. So option here is to bring that right elbow a little bit forward, maybe placing something underneath your forehead, or even allowing your other hand to give you a little bit of a pillow. And if it's available to you, allowing that right arm to cross in front, a nice shoelace position here, and allowing the forehead to fall forward. into the back, feeling that nice release in the upper back. Noticing if it feels a little bit different on this side with the shoulder blades. In this kind of crisscross applesauce style, it's very normal to feel like it feels a little bit wrong, but if you are feeling it, you are doing it. That is what we are here for. Our next inhale, slowly unraveling, and we'll come back into our Sphinx. And now setting ourselves up for a broken wing on the other side, coming into that T formation, palms down to the ground. And we are going to bring that right hand underneath the right shoulder and rolling towards the left. So option to stay here, and you can bring your hand kind of forward or back, whatever feels good here. Option is to allow that top leg to come backwards, right knee pointing towards the sky, foot nice and grounded on the floor. And also option is to allow that right hand to come towards the lower back and bind. Breathing here. Again, listening to our bodies if ever it feels like there are pins and needles or tingling or shooting pain in that right hand, those left fingertips. Option to pull back ever so slightly or to meet back in our Sphinx pose. We are often, unless we are very diligent with ourselves, hunched forward in our day-to-day lives, over a screen. This is a nice way to counterbalance, opening the front of the chest. Really nice inhale, slowly rolling back to our stomachs. And this time we are going to push ourselves back into a wide-kneed child's pose. So bringing those big toes together, knees as wide as the mat, hands up to the top of the mat, allowing the head and the forehead to come down to the ground. Take one final breath here, making it the longest, juiciest of the day. And then as we exhale, slowly rolling ourselves up. So option here is to complete one of the hip opening routines after this, or to roll all the way onto your backs and have a few minutes of Shavasana. And wherever I find you today, in the morning, afternoon, or evening, I hope this has helped you to find a little bit more space in the upper body and helps you to support you for the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining, and if you felt that this was helpful for you, please do feel like sharing with anyone else who would benefit from it, and if you feel so inclined, you can subscribe. I think it's down there. Still figuring this out, and see you next time.